Welcome to the new Camtasia
Buenas noches,
Studio.
compañeros. Mi
We
nombre es
encourage you to
Gustavo
watch and play with
Comercio,
this Getting Started
del grupo
project video to
191.
learn some of the most important concepts of using the editor.
Vamos a hablar
If you want
un
more
momento
in-depth tutorials that will walk you through the entire
la
process of
información
recording, editing, and sharing your
personal y
videos, then
profesional.
please watch the Getting Started
Digamos
tutorials using this link under the Help menu.
que
The editor is
podemos
divided up
tomar
into three main
decisiones en
areas:
negocios
the clip bin,
internacionales.
the
Esto quiere
timeline,
decir
and the
que
canvas.
podremos ser
The canvas is where you
autónomos
see your video during
cómo-
playback and can move,
de cómo acceder a un
resize, and
negocio
reposition all media however you
internacional,
want.
cómo negociar,
The
cómo-
timeline is where you assemble
cómo
and
poder
edit your
ingresar
video.
a este
At the top of the
importante terreno,
timeline,
cómo
tick marks
alcanzar
represent time in terms of
mercados
minutes and seconds.
internacionales.
When
Cómo
building a video,
analizar
you'll work in a horizontal manner,
aspectos financieros y
beginning from the
económicos,
left and
fomentar
moving
la
sequentially
información
through time toward the
del
right.
ingeniero industrial,
The tracks are layered on top of
habilidades
each other,
para
so
concretar
media you
negociaciones
add on
con
higher tracks
diferentes
is
países,
viewed on
teniendo en
top of
cuenta
media on
cultura,
lower tracks in the
posición
canvas.
geográfica y
For example, this
diferentes
callout is placed on
creencias
top of the video
y
track on the timeline,
también
and therefore is
teniendo en
on top of
cuenta
the screen video
los
on the
diferentes
canvas.
estatus económicos,
If
porque
I drag the
como ustedes
video
lo saben,
track on top of the
todos los países
callout
no
on the
son iguales.
timeline, the callout is
Adicional a
now
eso,
hidden
hay
behind the
algunos
video on the
riesgos
canvas.
y unos beneficios
Use
de
the
los
zoom
negocios.
slider to magnify
Los
the view of
riesgos
the
serían
timeline.
pérdidas
This is very
como
helpful
tal,
when making precise cuts and
tanto
selections, like
económicas
removing ums in your audio.
como,
New media can be dragged and dropped on an existing track,
también.
or a
Y
new
los
track is
beneficios es que
automatically
nos abrimos
created
más
when media
puertas
is dropped at this location at the
al
top of
comercio
the timeline.
internacional y vamos a ser mucho
To
más
change the
reconocidos
position of a clip on the timeline,
en
just drag it.
un futuro país,
To change the duration of a clip, drag
en un
the
país
edges in
diferente al
either
nuestro.
direction.
También
An important part of the timeline is the
podemos
playhead.
fortalecer la economía de pequeñas
To
y
view your
medianas
video,
empresas.
click play.
Eh,
Notice how the
podemos
video
explorar
and the
nuevos
timeline's playhead
mercados,
stay in
nuevas
sync.
tendencias, podemos
Click
estar a la
anywhere
vanguardia.
along the timeline and the
Y también
playhead
esto nos
moves to
ayuda
that
como
point.
para un
To remove a portion of
crecimiento
your video,
personal y
make a
profesional.
selection with the green
en el
in point and
cual
red out point.
Tenemos
Then,
muchas
click
puertas
the cut
abiertas,
button.
tenemos conocimiento de
If you don't want media
cuáles son los
cut on
tipos
a
de
specific
exportaciones
track, just click the
y
lock
cuáles son
icon.
los diferentes
If you make a mistake
tipos de
while
cosas que
editing,
se ven,
press Ctrl-Z on the keyboard
digamos,
to
a diario,
undo,
cómo ingresan al país,
or
cómo
choose
salen,
Edit Undo.
tipos de impuestos, qué tiene
Double-click
impuestos,
the
qué no puede
playhead to
tener impuestos y
deselect.
demás
Next, we'll look at the
cosas.
clip bin in the library. The clip bin holds
Entonces,
recordings,
también,
audio files,
esta es
images, and
una
title
gran
slides being
oportunidad que
used in the
tenemos en
project
caso
you're
de que
currently working
queremos
on.
tener nuestros propios
The
negocios y
library
nuestros
stores
propios
video
comercios.
clips, intros, callouts, title slides, and other media assets you want to use from project to project. It is pre-populated with professional content you can use in your videos. You can download more media from our website by clicking this link. You'll find a lot more music, callouts, and animated titles to use in your projects, and it's all free. Once you find something you like this callout for example, just drag it to a track on the timeline and resize and reposition it as needed. Double-click the callout on the canvas to open the Callouts tab and edit the text, or change any of the text properties like color or size. You can find a number of other callouts to use in your projects by expanding the Shapes menu. You've probably noticed the video zooming in and out at times, for example here when it's zooming into the timeline. To learn more about adding and customizing zoom and pan animations to your video, check out the other Getting Started tutorials on our website. We've talked about some of the tabs already, but be sure to explore the others for adding and editing special effects. If they don't all show up as tabs, click on the More tab to explore others, like the speech-to-text capabilities and captions, and the improved quizzing. Also, transitions can now be dragged directly to the timeline and added on top of clips. So we've shown a few ways you can navigate and edit your video, but how do you get content into your video? To make a new screen recording, click the Record the Screen button. If you already have an audio or video recording you'd like to use, click the Import Media button. When you're done with your video project, you'll need to click the Produce and Share button to create a shareable video. Expand this menu to see a variety of presets. We have a new video player that plays back your MP4 video and includes other interactive features like table of contents, closed captions, quizzes, and even hotspots. These features are available when hosting your video on TechSmithScreencast.com or the video and player on your own web server. This player provides playback on multiple devices with just one video, whether it's a phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer. Well, it's time for you to try Camtasia Studio for yourself using the content on the timeline, or better yet, create your own. We have lots of free tutorials on our website, and I recommend you begin with the Getting Started series. Also, the help file inside Camtasia Studio tells you how to use each of the Camtasia Studio features and applications. One last thing, if you ever want to open this Getting Started project again to view or practice with, use this link here. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy Camtasia Studio.